Green-Lipped Mussels, yay! Welcome back everybody. Today we are chasing some of the biggest green shell mussels we have ever seen. We are currently in the Marlborough Sounds, specifically in the Kenepuru Sound. Did you know that about 60 to 70% of all the green shell mussels in New Zealand are produced here in the Marlborough Sounds? But we're not after the farmed variety, we're after the wild variety today. In the wild they can grow to 20 centimeters plus, which makes your big mussels from the supermarket look like a toddler. Well everybody, the goal for today is to catch ourselves a couple mussels, collect some mussels. We are in the Marlborough Sounds, guys. The area is of course famous for all the mussel farms here, the green-lipped mussel farms. There are mussel farms everywhere in the Kenepuru Sound. And we took our boat to a little beach here. How beautiful that is. Nobody is around here, and we're gonna be looking for some mussels, maybe a couple oysters as well, that we can take home for dinner tonight. There are a lot of those kind of blue mussels here. They're the blue mussels and they're also quite tasty, but having all these mussel farms for green-lipped mussels around, we should also be able to find a couple of green-lipped mussels in this area, and some of them are pretty big around here, and early summer is a good time. So let's go and let's find ourselves a couple of mussels, and then we're going to cook them up on a nice barbecue.
You wanna see?
Yep. Oh wow, that is a big mussel. Look at that.
Gosh,
This one is huge.
this look is so strong. This hair here, beard,
That is a huge mussel. Look at that.
size of my face.
That is your PB green-lipped mussel.
Yeah, just one by the beach.
All right, let's
Oh
see.
my God.
That is our first good catch here.
No mussels here.
The blue mussels are the smaller cousins of the bigger green shell mussels here in New Zealand. They often form dense mats on rocks. Did you know that the beard of a mussel is also called a byssus? And mussels make their beard out of some sticky thread to anchor themselves to rocks for safety and for food. And those dense blue mussel beds form a multi-layer reef that stabilizes sediment and creates habitat for other sea life. Holy smokes, look at all these mussels here. So many mussels. Not a single green-lipped one. What's going on? Where are the green-lipped mussels? There was only one green-lipped mussel on this whole beach between the millions of blue ones, and it was humongous, and Haitian found it. As we were about to give up and leave the spot, we made a pretty amazing discovery. Yeah. Just behind the boat in ankle-deep water were some big-ass green-lipped mussels. Right there the whole time. There was a big one right behind the boat. Now that the tide's receding, it looks like they're a little bit deeper. Look, here's another one. Look at this, and even bigger. Alright, well, we found the green-lipped mussels. They're a little bit deeper, and we were a little bit too early. The tide wasn't quite low enough. Yeah, look here. So they are like just here on the rocks, but in deeper water.
It's a little bit open. Oh.
Yeah, they're open because they're feeding now. In the wild, green shell mussels can live for several years, potentially over a decade even. Did you know that?
It's so big, maybe it's not. It's so big.
That's what we were after, some big green-lipped mussels, and now we found them just a little bit deeper here by the rocks. There's another one right there.
Let it go, baby, let it go. Woohoo! This one is a bit little.
Mussels are bigger than the snapper here in the Kenepuru Sound. We got 4 of them now.
Yeah.
No, 5. I put one in there.
Okay. Woo!
Look here. There are lots of them here too. I think you have to go for a swim to get them. They were right behind the boat, guys. Can you believe it? I walked all the way out to the point there looking for them, and between all the blue-lipped mussels, but just about to leave, and they're just right behind the boat where we arrived here. And the tide's moving, so they're all a little bit open. They're feeding at the moment.
No?
Yeah, that's supermarket size.
Supermarket size.
The farmed mussels you buy in the supermarket are typically harvested after about 18 months of growth.
This guy is the historian. All these barnacles and tells all the history about their life.
Yeah, those mussels have been around for a while, I think, because they're all overgrown. Well, this one is really clean, yeah. You can try and pick out the cleanest ones. I don't think we need too many of those, maybe 10.
They are monsters.
10 each or so, 20 in total, and we'll be fine.
Thank you so much.
Or we can keep a few for leaner days as well. Or just a little bit deeper here. Did you know that each mussel can filter up to 10 to 12 liters of water in 1 hour? That's more than 200 liters per day. Essentially, they're an army of yummy that are keeping our oceans clean. This one closed itself and a little bit of the lip is still sticking out.
I collected a few supermarket sized ones because I miss civilization.
Green shell mussels are endemic to New Zealand. You literally can't get the real deal anywhere else on Earth.
2, 3, 4.
This one here is massive.
Yeah. Lovey.
It's small here. Here's a nicer one.
Oh my god. There are a lot of them actually.
Did you know that most of the green shell mussels are produced in the Marlborough Sounds? About 60 to 70% of the whole New Zealand mussel production comes from here. They get exported to 60 plus countries around the world and bring in millions of dollars. They're often marketed worldwide for their benefits in arthritis, joint inflammation and other health benefits. You can find them in lots of health and beauty products. And mussels in general are also seen as very clean and efficient food. They grow fast and clean the water while they grow, and also the production has a very low impact on the environment. If anything, it's beneficial for the environment, right? Here's a big one, I think. Most of those big mussels that we found here are quite overgrown with barnacles and all sorts of stuff. Did you know that sometimes when you open a mussel you find a little crab inside? It's called a pea crab and it's living inside the mussels.
Wow. What is it?
Well, what an adventure, what a success. The whole bag is full with mussels now. There's not even that many mussels, but because they're so big, we were like super successful in locating a couple of really nice mussels here. That was awesome. And now we can't wait to head back and cook them up for dinner and share our secret new recipe with you guys. Well, it's going to be a first one for us as well, so hopefully it's going to be a success. But I'm going to use a couple of those for bait. And just put them into salt, so because we're going to go to the Queen Charlotte Sound next and we're going to do a bit of fishing over there, and probably one of those babies will catch us a nice snapper, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, can't wait to cook those ones up because they're going to be so tasty.
Yeah, hopefully it's gonna be so tasty. We've never tried such a big mussel before, right?
While we're out here, we might just drop a bit of a lure on the way back to the campsite, because you never know, we might catch a snapper as well, which would be quite good. Of course, the Kenepuru Sound is not only a great place for green-lipped mussels, but it's also a well-known spot for catching snapper. It's a snapper nursery, and because of all these mussel farms, they get really attracted to this area. We didn't get far from the shore. We're just gonna not even 100 meters offshore. The wind's blowing from that direction and it's blowing us straight down into the sound. So we're just gonna bob some lures around here, see if we can catch something just along this edge here. Basically the wind's blowing us right along the edge. Let's hope for the best. You're on, Nathan, right away. Big snapper.
Oh, small.
Being a snapper nursery unfortunately means that most of the snapper caught in the Kenepuru Sound are fairly small compared to the ones in the outer sounds. Hey, snapper here, guys, on the Grim Reaper. Okay, let's get the hook out first. There we go. They have pretty powerful jaws, the snapper. If you get your finger in there, they can basically crush it. Look at all these mussels on the rocks. The rocks are just loaded with mussels. So many, like millions. No wonder the snapper love it here in the Kenepuru Sound with all these mussels. This here is the gap. See, there's this large headland, which is a peninsula, and on the other side is basically our campsite. We're gonna land at this little beach there and have a look if we can actually take the boat through there. I don't think so, but I'll have a look anyway. Now here's an interesting fact. The Kenepuru Sound is actually a drowned river valley. Basically the land got flooded at some stage and said, well, sweet waterfront property. It's about a 25-kilometer arm of Marlborough Sound. Now we're currently camped up at the Cowshed Bay dock campsite near Portage. Portage is actually named for the old school shortcut for carrying gear from the Kenepuru Sound over to the Marlborough Sound. But this is not that shortcut here. This one here is another shortcut within the Kenepuru Sound. Alright, well, this is the gap, guys. Just on the other side is Portage and our campsite. I thought we can drag the boat through here, but it's a little bit too rough to drag the heavy boat through. Would be good for a kayak, though. These bays here are so beautiful in the Kenepuru Sound. It's amazing. I thought we can go through, we can't, so we're gonna go back around there. And we're gonna drift back with the wind around the corners there. Maybe we can pick up a snapper on the way back. That would be good. Already on here, just at the Mussel rocks. Asian is on. Got a small one. Small, what is it?
Spotty.
Oh, he's spotty.
Let's go home.
Okay, spotty. Spotties are here. Not what we wanted. Is it
edible. It's small, right?
looks like we got another small one.
Hey, such a small one.
Bit of a small one here. Get the hook and move it to it. Now let's see. There we go. Easy release. Well, we just got back to the camp. We got a couple more small snapper out there, but nothing to keep and take home, unfortunately. But at least we got a bucket full of monster green-lipped mussels, and I'm just about to cook them now. The barbecue is preheating, and I will try to halve them this time, or not in half, like sort of take one side of the shell off, and then just put them on the barbecue on the other side of the shelf and just cook them like this with a few spices and maybe a bit of garlic butter on it. So let's see how that goes instead of boiling them. The only thing is I have to chuck them first. I got an old blend bait knife here that I'll be using, so not to cut myself, hopefully. Still can't believe how big these guys are, man. Well, this is the easiest way to make your blunt knife even more blunt. I think this is pretty much all I can fit on my barbecue. I think what I'm going to do is I will just keep the ones that are the most overgrown and just chuck them and use them for bait, because I wanted to use a couple for bait anyway. See if we can shuck one. You need to cut along the thing. I just have to get in there.
Dangerous mission, Puma.
Maybe cutting those mussels in half wasn't the brightest idea. It's just so much easier to steam them and then they just open up and you don't risk losing your hand in the process.
Lots of meat.
Things that we have to cut through are about here and here. That's where the mussel holds itself together. So that's where we have to get in there, preferably in an angle, but that's easier said than done.
I melted butter with garlic and chili for the topping.
That's probably the fattest green-lipped mussel I ever had in my hands. Look at the meat in here. That is probably like as much as a fish fillet.
Green lips, eh? They will have a nice clear green lip because there's green lip mussel, right?
Okay, let's chuck them on the barbecue and see what happens, huh? Probably temperature is nice and hot. Alright, the mussels are done. It looks pretty delicious. Unfortunately, it's a little bit dark here in the caravan, so the lighting here is not the best, but check out those big mussels here. So nice. Okay, let's see what the mussels is like. So big. I'll take the monster mussel first. So good. Oops. Wow! Check out this chunk of mussel meat here. This is definitely the size of a fish fillet. Sweet, salty, a little bit of garlic in there. So good, spice, a little bit of chili. Look what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna try and eat the whole mussel at once. Wow, that is a mouthful, what? Let's see if I can even fit that. That is one mouthful of flavor.
I can hear that. Can I? Should I try? I can't.
I'll never forget my roots. Maybe I'll end up in the city.
You take out this mussel from the shell.
Maybe I'll be in the
Put your vials in here to soak it in this juice.
Oh, I'm just a country girl in a real big world. You can catch me on 65.
Delish.
I never understand why people are so crazy about power. Because these green-lipped mussels, they taste, in my opinion, just so much better.
Guys, after eating this lots of green-lipped mussels, Mark and I were jumping around here, everywhere, jumping. It's very good for your joints.
Well, everybody, what a successful mission into foraging that was. Some of the best green-lipped mussels we've ever had, and the biggest ones by far. Huge monster mussels. Absolutely fantastic. So now if you want to see what else we can catch and cook up here in the Marlborough Sounds, make sure you hit the like and also the subscribe and the little bell icon. We'll show you what else we can catch around here in our upcoming episodes. So stay tuned, guys, and see you soon.